Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday again, Monday, March the 24th, and we're here to look at new releases that are published this week. And we look at a different genre every day of the week. On Mondays, like today, we look at cozy mysteries. Tuesdays is crime fiction and thrillers, so the darker side. Wednesday is romance. Thursday is fantasy and science fiction. Friday is freeform Friday, and we usually get to the books that we didn't have time for during the week, but also other things that might have caught my attention that don't necessarily fall under those categories. Hope you had a good weekend. Good morning, May. Happy Monday. Overcast and somewhat rainy. Trying to be at least here in Virginia this morning. It's how things get green. Off to have a massage today. Hooray! Started a new book, Murder Town, by Shelley Burr, set in Australia. Murder mystery, surprise, surprise. They have a good story arc. You know, there's a problem to solve. Justice usually gets served. And so you have to let us know how that goes. I'm not familiar with that one. And set in Australia is our sort of exotic to us. Kim says, good morning. Didn't find out anything. Okay, on my boy's arm, but he went to prom this weekend. They might have given him a night off. And I had mentioned that a massage sounds lovely. And Kim says, oh, I would love a massage. I would love a massage if I didn't have to get naked. I don't know. I got body issues. Let's jump into cozy mysteries. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. Kim, you'll have to let me know who's sprinting tonight. Our next sprints are on Tuesday, and they're at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're definitely dealing with the lighter side of mysteries when the first title is A Wiener Dog Wedding by M. Alfano. Sixth in the Pecan, I'm sure there's different ways to say that. I say Pecan, Texas Pet Groomer Cozy Mysteries. What's a wedding without a murder? Detective Adam Waltz and I are finally tying the knot, and since this is my second marriage, I don't want a big wedding, just something uncomplicated that reflects small-town Texas and definitely includes all of our dogs. So a meeting with the police department's chaplain to discuss the I-dos will be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Instead, we find our efficient dead in his cheesy dip, that is. They were pushing that one. But was the nice old man the real target of a murderer, or is someone trying to stop Adam and me from finally getting our happily ever after? Now it's going to take the whole town, plus a pup or two, or 6, to help us plan this wedding and find out who is after us before we end up drowning face down in the queso ourselves. Oh, they were pushing it. It's too early. Murder on a Tuesday. Actually, today's Monday. This is by Marcy Blessy, second in the monthly Murder Movie Club Cozy Mystery Series. Murder, best served with popcorn. The monthly Murder Movie Club isn't ready to resume their whodunit discussions just yet, not after the chaos of a real-life murder at the Northwoods movie theater. With the beloved theater's reputation and finances in shambles, the club hatches a plan, hosting a festival featuring Hollywood star Dane DeMolay, complete with a meet and greet and an exclusive screening of his latest mystery film. Even better, Dane has agreed to donate all proceeds to save the struggling theater. What he didn't mention, he's bringing an entourage, including his new girlfriend, his sharp-tongued ex-wife turned publicist, and a bodyguard who looks eerily like him. As if juggling surprise house guests wasn't enough, disaster strikes when someone turns up dead at the convention center. Determined to keep the show running and the ticket sales rolling, Yoli, Richard, April, Vicky, and Roberta scramble to solve the murder while keeping their star guest happy. As secrets unravel and chaos ensues, the club members find themselves in a mystery even Hollywood couldn't script. I will predict now it's the bodyguard who looks like the star. And it was a mistake. And I'm going to say it's a she. She meant to kill him, but she accidentally killed the bodyguard. If they're following certain tropes. Mary said, good morning, Kim. Hope your son's arm is much better. Prom sounds like fun. And Kim, I just want a back and shoulder. And Kim thinks it's stormy tonight. Okay. Good afternoon, Helen. And Kim says, thanks, Mary. He's not my son, just one of my babies I had in nursery at church. I claim them all, but there is just something special about him. And Mary says, hi, Helen. Storm in a Teacup by Rachel Gray, third in the Elderwick Mysteries. In the sleepy village of Elderwick, the past refuses to stay buried, literally. When an archaeology dig uncovers a skeleton, Dr. Laurel Nightingale finds herself drawn into another grisly mystery. The bones aren't ancient, as everyone hoped, and the police confirm a killer is on the loose. Laurel, alongside her spirited best friend Maggie and history buff Albert, dives into the village's tangled web of secrets and lies. As they dig deeper, a local student winds up dead under mysterious circumstances. A charming police officer turns into an unexpected ally, and suspicion spreads through the village like wildfire. Everyone has something to hide, and Laurel can't shake the feeling that danger is closing in. Sophie Ryan has a new one. 12th in the Second Chance Cat Mysteries. Cat Gotcha Killer is the title. Summer is around the corner, and Sarah's making sure the store is stocked and ready for tourist season. But while the weather's heating up, Sarah gets involved in a case that is decidedly cold. When a man who was linked to a drowning death years ago is found dead himself on the same stretch of beach. Some of Sarah's friends from the store knew the victim and the young woman who drowned very well and are concerned they could be dragged into the case. It's beginning to look like an innocent man may be in prison and that drowning death might in fact be the work of a killer who has struck again. Between Charlotte's Angels, the group of senior citizen private detectives who operate out of the store, and Elvis's ability to sniff out trouble, Sarah won't let a second chance at catching this perpetrator pass her by. End of row one. And Elena, good morning, Elena. How you doing? Kim, they definitely didn't need him against that team. 19-1, 14-3, 21-1. That's amazing. And Lena says she's good. Good, good, good. Happy last day of Tuesday. And Mary says, hi, Elena. All right. Next up, Homicide in the Indian Hills by Erica Ruth Neubauer. Sixth in the Jane Wonderly Mysteries. Uti, 1927. Accompanying Mr. Redvers on an assignment to Utyakamund to quell revolutionary rumblings, Jane finds there's more than meets the eye to India's Queen of Hill stations. Uti's lush tea plantations and tranquil gardens barely conceal its secrets, scandalous affairs, political sabotage, and a mounting anti-colonial movement. Even Redvers intends to subvert his official mission in Uti by arranging a series of clandestine meetings with local resistance leaders. But it's not until the shocking death of a British national that Jane and Redvers are truly drawn into Uti's deepest shadows. Jane's suspicions that the death is more than a tragic accident are soon confirmed, and the word of a murder could stoke Uti's simmering tensions into a full boil. Navigating corrupt local officials, festering personal vendettas, and a complicated network of bureaucratic entanglements that lead to the top tiers of government, Jane and Redvers edge closer to the truth and its deadly consequences. Someone is willing to spill blood to protect their interests. Will Jane become just another of Uti's darkest secrets? Tightrope by Julie Mulhern, 19th in the Country Club Murders. A dead body in the trunk of a car. It's the Kansas City mob's signature. So why is a member of Ellison's circle found shot to death in a sedan at the country club? Did Baxter Phelps have ties to the mafia? Did they make him an offer he couldn't refuse? Is Baxter's widow Helen in danger? As Ellison is drawn into a dangerous investigation, she can't help but think maybe this time Mother is right. She should mind her own business. Leslie Meyer has a new one. 31st in her Lucy Stone mysteries. Bridal shower murder. Lucy Stone is thrilled about her youngest daughter Zoe's engagement to Chad, a rising minor league baseball player with dreamy eyes and plenty of southern charm. Yet there's no denying the whirlwind romance has turned Lucy's life upside down in more ways than one, especially when she learns about Chad's complicated background and close ties to Tinker Cove. The secrets and rumors are enough to send her investigative reporting instincts into overdrive. Trouble really crashes in the moment Lucy meets her in-laws-to-be, Penny and Nate Nettleton. Persuasive Penny proves to be intent on taking over wedding preparations, even arranging a Tuscan-themed bridal shower before Zoe publicly announces her engagement. It's a shock when the event goes off without a hitch, but the real shock comes when prominent guest Hetty Furness, the head of the Tinker's Cove Historical Society, goes missing, only to be found dead, the victim of a brutal murder. Lucy is determined to reveal who committed the vicious crime as she navigates her new reality with the Nettletons. Racing to determine if Hetty's extensive knowledge of local history and hidden scandals led to her demise, Lucy soon discovers she'll need to put her sleuthing talents to work like never before to guarantee wedding bells to ring for Zoe and Chad, and that she survives to see her daughter walk down the aisle. Vengeful Conspiracies. Second in the Sadie Sabatini series. Sadie Sabatini is settling into her new life in Wilson, Texas. She's making friends and her business, Tesoro, is starting to thrive. But the past is never far behind. When two of her former team members come for a visit, they bring trouble in the form of a mutual enemy set on revenge, threatening to disrupt Sadie's fresh start. She can't turn her back on her team, though. They've been through too much together. The more Sadie tries to help, the more she suspects she might be the target of the con this time. With forces conspiring against her, the outcome of her decisions, both past and present, weigh heavily and make her question the choices she made leading to this point. When the mutual enemy is found dead, alliances are tested, wits are matched, as the race to the truth reveals who can be trusted and who is running their final con. End of row 2. And Mary says, wow, 31 books, pretty incredible. Absolutely. Kim loves Lucy Stone. There's a new one for you this week. It's kind of a pretty cover, even if it is cartoonish. Twice in a Lifetime, a Who Done Him in Cozy Mystery, number 7, by Heather Horrocks. Vicki Butler is juggling a lot, running her charming Who Done Him in, planning her dream wedding to the ever-patient David, and hosting her father's high school reunion. But when one of the reunion guests, her father's old flame Eleanor Browning, is found dead under suspicious circumstances, Vicki's idyllic plans take a sharp detour. Between questioning suspects, keeping her parents from unraveling over the past, and dodging her permanent guest Martha, belly dancing through the inn, Vicki must race to solve the case before another twist disrupts her carefully laid plans. Can she catch a killer, mend her family's strained relationships, and still make it down the aisle? I say delegate. Essence of Foul Play by Daryl Wood Gerber. First in the Aroma Wellness mystery series. Everything is going smoothly as Emma prepares for the grand opening of the spa. The therapy rooms are painted. The sales shop and cafe are stocked with meditative and delicious goodies, from essential oils to avocado masks and prickly pear massages. The fountain in the courtyard of peace is burbling with good vibrations. In fact, there isn't a whiff of trouble until that morning when Emma is shocked to learn that a rival spa owner has been bludgeoned with an item from the Goodwill basket Emma gave her. Worse, a witness is pointing the finger at Emma. With the police treating Emma like she's the only suspect and the town's anti-New Age anything posse badmouthing her every step of the way, she's left with no choice but to conduct her own investigation. Incensed by the accusations but empowered by her cousin, her Nana, and her trusted Burman cat, Vivi, Emma reviews the potpourri of possible suspects, determined to uncover the essence of foul play before she's cold-pressed for murder. Close. Lauren Elliott has a new one. Third in the Crystals and Curiosities mystery. This is called A Spirited Blend. With Halloween around the corner, Shay Myers is brewing witchy seasonal sipsat, crystals and curiosities, while simultaneously steaming over pub owner Liam Madigan's decision to take anybody but her to the town's monster mash dance. Her romantic premonitions have missed the mark since she settled into coastal Bray Harbor, opening the door to questions about whether she's really the gifted seer her late mother imagined. It's why she second-guesses the dark vision in her tea leaves about a local citizen and their obsession with genealogy, Irish folklore, and magic. But when bad omens come true, Shay doesn't have time for self-doubt. A woman's body has been discovered, frozen in a strange position with an eerie black butterfly on her forehead, leading to suspicions that the victim took a conjuring ritual too far, too limited experience, or was murdered by someone with too much. As an investigation stirs up a sinister connection to a boardwalk mystic shop, Shay, guided by her knowing dog Spirit, finds herself tracking down a shady figure from her past, navigating the sudden reappearance of her ex-husband, and chasing down a wickedly perceptive criminal who might finally be her match. Mortgage in the First Degree by Carol E. Ayer, third in the Mother-Daughter Realty Team series. Mother-daughter real estate agents Autumn and Sierra are busy preparing for their double wedding with the help of their fiancés, Detective David Ryder and tennis pro Paul Estevez. The flawless summer weather, idyllic lakeside setting, and fun pre-wedding activities promise a joyful, if hectic time. And then Paul's best man, Aaron, goes missing days before the nuptials. It will be up to Autumn and Sierra to find out what happened to the missing groomsman. Did he bail on Paul? Did one of Paul's other friends abduct him and maybe murder him? When a beloved community member meets her death by falling down a flight of stairs, Sierra is convinced the tragedy is linked to Aaron's disappearance. She and Autumn redouble their investigative efforts, but the secrets they uncover may jeopardize the entire wedding and take out relationships that were meant to last a lifetime. End of row 3. Good Lord. I will once again say I hate cartoon covers. This looks like it's meant for middle grade. Mary says, I had a corgi named Spirit. She lived 15.5 years and I loved her dearly. Oh. And you're zipping right along this morning. Indeed. Hounds of the Bonnevilles, a Grace the Hit Mom Mystery Series, book number 2. When Michael introduces Grace to their new client, Sherry, and her purse dog, Precious, Grace is less than thrilled to be working with a Karen at volume 11. But that bad feeling immediately gets worse when Grace recognizes the name of Sherry's first husband, because Grace killed him. In Hound of the Bonnevilles, Grace must now defend an alleged black widow in the midst of the busy holiday season, dealing with shopping celebrations and Scotchy the giant dog's annual war with inflatable snowmen and Grinches, not to mention a background check on her handler Madge's fiancé, who turns out to have a few secrets of his own. With all this holiday madness, will Grace be able to prove Sherry's innocence? And when even she herself has doubts? Miss Austen Investigates by Jessica Bull, second in the Miss Austen Investigates series. This one's subtitled A Fortune Most Fatal. 1797, a broken-hearted Jane Austen travels to Kent to look after her brother Nettie's children and further her writing. She soon realizes it's imperative she uncovers the true identity of a mysterious young woman claiming to be a shipwrecked foreign princess before the interloper can swindle Nettie's adoptive mother out of her fortune and steal the much-anticipated inheritance all the Austens rely on. And that's all there is on that. Corsets and Casualties by Gail Leeson, 6th in the Ghostly Fashionista Mystery Series. For retro fashion designer Amanda Tucker, creating show-stopping Halloween costumes seemed like the week's biggest challenge until her ghostly companion, Max, discovers an antique Bible tied to her own family history. When the Bible, purchased at an estate sale, is revealed to have belonged to Max's grandmother, Amanda finds herself caught in a whirlwind of hidden relatives, long-buried secrets, and family intrigue. Meanwhile, Amanda's assistant Zoe struggles to decide between chasing her dreams in fashion and giving in to her mother's demands to work at the family diner. As if the week couldn't get more tangled, Amanda's grandfather and Max's nephew uncover shocking news at the estate sales auction house. The proprietor has been shot. With Designs on You hanging by a thread, Amanda and Max must unravel the mysteries of the past before they sew up a perilous future. Will their sleuthing skills save the day, or will these secrets prove too dangerous to handle? And that is where we will end, because that's all there's time for, and there's lots more. Never fear, we will get to them later this week. The alarm is about to go. Well, I hope you guys have a good Monday. Be safe. Mary, enjoy your massage for us. I don't have any sprints tonight. We think Storm does tonight. My next sprints are on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We do every Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday afternoons. Tomorrow we'll be looking at crime fiction and thrillers. There are always lots more cozy mysteries. Absolutely. Kim, have a great day, y'all. Rainy day here. Oh, that's a good day for reading and napping. I wish I could. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you soon. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Have a good day. God bless.